Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever been doing your math homework and all of a sudden you see a letter pop up? Like an X or an A. It can feel a little weird, right? You might think, hold on, I thought math was all about numbers. Why is the alphabet here? Well, today we're going to find out exactly why, and I promise it's a lot easier than you think. Let's get started. And you know what? That's a fantastic question. It feels like math just invited the whole alphabet to a numbers-only party. I mean, math with just numbers is pretty straightforward. We all know that 2 plus 2 is 4. But then you see something like 2a plus b. What in the world is that? So let's figure out why we actually need these letters. We'll learn it together, step by step. Okay, let's picture this with a really easy example. Imagine we're all going on a fun trip to a museum. We look up the price, and one ticket costs 500 yuan. Simple enough. Now let's say there are 6 of us going. How much do we need to pay altogether? Well, we can figure that out, right? We just multiply 500 by our 6 friends. No problem. But what if we don't know exactly how many people are coming along? Maybe the whole class wants to join, but we haven't counted everyone yet. The ticket price, that's still 500, but what do we multiply it by? We're missing a number. We need something to hold its spot until we know for sure. And that's it. That's why we use letters. A letter is just a placeholder for a number we don't know yet. It's like a little space saver. In math, we love to use the letter X. So for our museum trip, we can write the total cost as 500 times X. The X is just holding the spot for the number of people. As soon as we know how many friends are coming, we can replace the X with that number. Okay, so now we know why we use letters. It's for when we have a mystery number. The next step is learning how we write these problems down. There are a few special rules. Think of it like a simple math code that makes everything look neat and easy to understand. Let's start with the rules for multiplication. This first rule is probably the most important one for multiplication. We can actually hide the multiplication sign. So instead of writing out 500 times x, we can just smush them together and write 500x. It means the exact same thing. So from now on, whenever you see a number stuck right next to a letter, you'll know it secretly means multiply. It's a great little shortcut. Now, here are a few more little rules to help keep our math looking tidy. First up, rule number 1. We always write the number first. So we wouldn't write a times 2, we flip it around to write 2a. Now for rule number 2, when we have 2 different letters, we write them in alphabetical order. So instead of b times a, we'd write ab, because A comes before B, the alphabet. Easy, right? And finally, rule 3. If you multiply a letter by itself, like A times A, we have a cool shorthand for that. We write it with a little 2 up top, which we call an exponent. We say that as A squared. These rules just help make sure everyone is writing and reading the math code the same way. Awesome! Those are the rules for multiplication. So what about division? Well, you'll be happy to know the rule for division is even easier. It's really all about making our work look clean and simple. You know that old division sign we're used to, the line with the 2 dots? Well, in this kind of math, we don't really use it anymore. Instead, we write division to look just like a fraction. So as you can see, A divided by B becomes A over B, with a line in between. It means the very same thing, but it just looks so much neater, and it's much easier to work with later on. All right, we've learned the why and the how of writing with letters, but what's the whole point? The point is to actually solve things and get a final number as an answer. So now we're going to see how to find the value of these expressions. It's time to put our new math code to use. To do this, we use a special action, and it has a special name. The word is substitution. Now that might sound like a big fancy word, but all it means is to put in place of, or to replace. Think about it like this. When your regular teacher is away, a substitute teacher comes to take their place for the day. In math, we're doing the same thing. A number is going to be the substitute that takes the place of a letter. Let's walk through this example on the screen nice and slow. Our problem is 2a minus 5. And the instructions tell us that for this problem, a is 4. So step 1 is to substitute. We're going to take out the letter a, and in its place, we'll put the number 4. Now remember what 2a really means? It means 2 times a. So our problem becomes 2 times 4 minus 5. See how that works? Now for step 2, we just calculate. What's 2 times 4? That's 8. So now our problem is just 8 minus 5. And that brings us to our final step, the answer. 8 minus 5 is 3. And we did it! We started with letters and we found a final number. You know what? I think you're ready to try one. Let's do a problem together. This is your chance to practice what we just learned. Ready to give it a shot? Let's do it. Okay, here it is. The question is, what is the value of 4x minus 1 when x equals 3? Just take a moment and look at it. What's the very first thing that we need to do here? You got it. The first step is to substitute. We're going to replace that x with the number 3. And once you do that, all you have to do is the calculation. I know you can do this. So, did you get it? The answer is 11. Fantastic work. Let's just quickly check how we got there. So 4x means 4 times x. We substituted the 3 in place of the x, so we get 4 times 3, which is 12. Then the rest of the problem was minus 1. So 12 minus 1 gives us 11. You did a great job. So you see, we learned something really important today. Letters in math are not scary at all. They're actually our friends. They're just simple placeholders, like little bookmarks for numbers we don't know yet. They help us write out the recipe we need to solve a problem. Now you know why they're there and how to work with them. That is an amazing new skill to have. I am so proud of you. Thanks for learning with me today.